Aaron, I was in my cabin right now, and got a news about my soon-to-be wife, is actually a pure gold digger. She actually sell herself off to my dad for some $1 million amount, bitch. But right now I have to tell about my marriage to Selena, which is not going to be easy for me, and I know it hurts her so much, me too well. And quat, hey baby, and quat, a sweet voice comes in my ears and automatically a smile formed on my lips. And quat, hey love, and quat, I said and hugs her tight, inhaling her shooting smell. And quat, what happened? Suddenly you called me here, missing me and quat, she said teasingly. And quat, well baby I missed you every single seconds. But there is something more important I want to discuss with you. And quat, I said from flirting to serious and she noticed that and sits in front of me. And quat, Selena, dad wants me to marry a girl, and that to be tomorrow. And quat, I said. And quat, what? And quat, she yelled and stands up from her seat in shock. And quat, listen to me Selena, first sit down. And quat, I said in serious tone and she obeyed. And quat, if I didn't agree to marry that girl, then dad hands off the position of CEO to his another employee for which I did this much hard work. And quat, I said with serious face. And quat, but how can he do this? I mean you are his only son, his heir? That how can he? And quat, she said in frustration. And quat, well he can and he surely did if I didn't agree with him. And quat, I said. And quat, so it means you leave me like this? And quat, she asked and tears slipped from her eyes. And quat, hey, baby, don't cry and no I'm not going to leave you at all. I just marry that girl whoever is she. But she lived in my penthouse like our slave and we lived like we used to okay. And quat, I assure her. And she smiled and hugged me tight. I also hugged her tight. Then we did dinner together and then I dropped her to my penthouse and headed towards the mansion according to dad's wish. I loved him and mom a lot, but sometimes they both gets on my nerve. Like that marrying a girl who actually sells herself. Oh, what a wonderful girl they selected. Soon I parked my car in the parking of the gray mansion and headed towards my room. Next morning, mom wants me to get ready soon, and I did. Then we headed towards the venue where the wedding held. Actually they did a great decoration and huge celebration held, but only some family members are invited in the wedding. Well thank God. I am wearing a black Armani tuxedo, looking as handsome as always, but I will be happy if the bride is my Selena, but to my agony, she's some gold digger. I'm in foul mood, standing in pavilion waiting for the bride. Soon the music starts playing in background and I saw a figure in white gown with beautiful sweetheart neckline and a slit on the right side showing off her milky white legs. She's looking breathtakingly beautiful, but a total gold digger, a girl without ethics, who sells herself. Money-minded, I though. Soon the ceremony starts and we takes vows and exchange rings. But when my figure accidentally brushed against hers, I felt a jolt in my hand and body. But I shrugged it off that feeling. Then priest say to kiss the bride, for which I little pull her veil up and give a peck on her lips for just nanoseconds. Maybe even she didn't feel it, but it give me a current in my whole body and I feel like goosebumps erupts on my body. Soon we headed towards the reception hall, and everyone starts congratulates us. Well, I'm just nodding my head and shaking hands, and here she's standing besides me, awkwardly. Now it's time for bouquet toss and garter removal. So first she tossed the bouquet, then I removed the garter from her thighs. I feel her shuddered under my touch. Then I tossed the garter and then we start our first official dance, and then I threatened her. I holds her hand in mine and we headed towards the dance floor. I put my right hand on left side of her waist and hold her right hand in my left one, while she put her left hand on my right shoulder and start dancing, but soon, I holds her waist tightly which caused her hissed in pain, and I dangerously moved towards her and she closed her eyes in fear, and I said slowly in her ears, and quote, "Welcome to my living hell, Mrs. Elena Aaron Gray, and the vows I take in the pavilion are all fake, but now I take vows to make you regret for agreeing this marriage and makes your life a living hell. Now you see the real Aaron Gray." And quote, I said and moved backwards with evil smirk on my lips, while she opened her eyes with jerk, just as seeing me with wide eyes. When I notice the color of her eyes, emerald. But it doesn't matter to me, how beautiful she looks, or how the currents I feels in my body just by touching her. She's a gold digger and a money minded because of her. My Selena's cried yesterday. I'm going to make her regret every second of her life. That why she agree upon this marriage, or I can say in this selling and buying game. Welcome in my hell, Elena, I said in my mind, and smirked evilly.